Is everybody on mute?
Yeah. Okay, so we wanted to recap on the GoPro event. It was 24 hours packed into 2.5 days worth of events. So definitely information overload. A lot of great information. Excuse me. I can say that one thing is for certain is being involved in the network marketing business, which we're all in. I mean, this was just all companies from around the entire world, from all over. And one thing that I can say that is probably a common thing is that it really doesn't matter on your product. All the products in the network marketing businesses, are decent and good products. It really comes down to you and how you market yourself and how you represent yourself with the product. With that being said, I feel that we're very fortunate to be involved with Beachbody. A lot of the other companies that were there and that spoke were lotions and oils and things like that, and they're still killing it and being very successful at it. So I think our niche in the fitness world is pretty awesome, the opportunity that we have with Beachbody. Couple things I want to just go over real quick before we get rolling on the slides is basically the importance of going to events. For Saturday, use that as a recruiting tool. If you're not a good recruiter for coaches, use that as a platform for you. So the one thing I can say in being a coach for the past 3 years, and Ange and I with is just going to events, Summit, Super Saturdays, anything like that is, it's just, you come back with a ton of momentum and you can use those platforms as somewhat of a recruiting tool for you. So that would be huge. So right now, everybody should be either registered or on the wait list for Summit and the next GoPro event, which is November 16th through 18th next year. They're going to have Les Brown. They're going to have Tony Robbins, Pitbull. And then all of the
Brendan
top.
Burchard,
yeah,
right?
Brendan Burchard. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, it's going to be phenomenal. And the coolest thing about it is literally, the big vibe with everybody is, network marketing gets a hard rap. And just to be able to hear their perspectives of all these $1 million earners of basically, there's the entrepreneur and then just basically the employee mindset. And all of us are pretty much brought up through schools, we were kids, everything on the employee mindset. So it is a change in thinking and a change in mindset, which leads into the last topic I want to talk about quick before we go into our slides, which is personal development. And we all know about it. We all hear about it. I'm going to incorporate with our team more of an accountability to make sure, I want to make sure everybody is doing it, and I want to know what we're doing. Set aside a budget each year for your own personal growth for 2017, whatever that may be. If it's Summit, if it's this GoPro event, whatever it is, set aside, and everybody's budget's going to be different, but set aside a budget each year for your personal growth. A lot of us on here are doing it on the side, have full-time jobs. So, until you really get going for a while, you could take some of your income that you're making with Beachbody and reinvest that back in yourself. We hear about it in Beachbody, how important personal growth is. Every single speaker at the event talked about that as their main thing, because it's getting in that mindset and growing into the person that you need to become to be successful.
So what I would say to that is making your personal development like the background music of your day. And what you could do is you're driving to work. So for me, I'm in my car a lot for work. I drive back and forth to different accounts throughout the Florida area. And so for any given day, I could have an hour and a half drive into work. And so download like, what is it called?
Audible.
Audible on your phone, and just, listen to a book, listen to that personal development. And again, making it your background music or your background noise. I sometimes will just do YouTube. I'll just type in Tony Robbins YouTube, and I'll listen to whatever I might be going through for the day. Maybe I need something on leadership. Maybe I need something on empowerment, whatever that is. Type it into YouTube and something will come up. So I think that's really important. But I just wanted to say, for the ladies on the call, there's another GoPro event, but I'm going to put this like this. It's ladies inspired, and it's just women, because 76% of the network marketers are women. Okay. So on March 2nd through March 4th at the Mirage Hotel, there's the most powerful women's in network marketing. So there's also that opportunity. And so if you're interested in that, that would be an amazing opportunity to go to. And I think that it just really, again, it's about women empowerment. So mark those dates down.
We're still on, but I'm going to go into share screen mode here, get to our slides. Okay, I did have that on slides. Okay, so we can get started right into the roadmap. You want to take the first one beside?
Sure, I can't see this though.
Let's see if we can get that out. There you
Okay.
go.
Okay, so so again, this is the 9 bullet points from Eric Worre himself, and it's just your roadmap to growing a successful network marketing business. And it's number 1 is deciding what is the one thing that if you did maybe differently, or if you incorporated it in your day, it would grow your business. So really making that that decision and doing that, picking one thing you have been putting off, make sure that you do it. There's a analogy that one of the key speakers spoke to, and it was the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and go. And what she said is, instead of procrastinating or waiting for tomorrow, or waiting till you get everything perfect, just say to yourself 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and just do it. Make the decision, because you have one moment to make a decision. So I think that's really important. Where did you pick? What page was that on?
Well, it's actually something that triggers your mind, and there's been studies on it. So basically, by you saying 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go, it's just kind of like a countdown to basically things that you've been putting off to get you to just take action and do it. So with this, we all have different things that we know we need to do for our business, but don't get overwhelmed. Pick one thing that that if you did, out of all the vital behaviors and things we need to do with our business that you need to improve on, that you always push off, and tackle that one thing at a time, using that 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go strategy.
So, because the moment you have an instinct, you have 5 seconds to act. I mean, how many times have you had this amazing idea and you're like, gosh, that's so freaking awesome, and then you just analyze it and you overanalyze it, or maybe then the timing, after you think about it too much, maybe the timing isn't right anymore. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Just do it, because it takes one person to what's that quote? It takes one person to just change everything. Yeah.
Okay, the next bullet point was committing to the skills. We all know what our skills are that we need to commit to. Finding the biggest thing is finding people to talk to and improving on your skills. Finding people to talk to can range from whatever the groups are that you're involved in. But the key, you guys remember that this was basically, this whole seminar for 2.5 days was based on recruiting. So it's not on how to sell your product or anything like that. That's another aspect of our business, but this was solely based off of recruiting. So you always need to be in front of people, having conversations. They used a lot of analogies. A lot of these companies started meeting in coffee shops, meeting in hotels, getting people in front of you to be able to talk to. That's not really going on too much anymore because of social media. But I can tell you one thing I'm going to implement is getting a group started and something going, a Facebook group in our area here in Florida, because the power of being able to be one-on-one with people is huge. And then promoting events. We've already talked about making sure you get to events, but you can host and do different events with other coaches in your areas and have something to invite to be able to explain better on the whole coaching opportunity. Do you have anything that you want to share on that one? No? Okay. Well, we're going way too quick. Okay, habits, honey, you want to do that one?
Start.
Okay, so habits. Habits is basically our power hour. One, we need to be a product of the product. We've all heard that from many of our Beachbody trainings. Use the products. Your basically daily habits, that's our power hour. The main thing to doing it is just being consistent every day. We all have to remember that we're building businesses. We're all our own bosses and we're building businesses. You need to show up to your team's calls. You need to show up to trainings. You need to be active on that. It's easy to put things off and be on and off again, on and off again. They used an analogy there where they put a bag of popcorn in a microwave, and you hit the popcorn timer and you let it go, but every 5 seconds you're opening up the microwave door to see if the popcorn's done. And that's the thing of being consistent and then stopping and coming off for a while. The bag's never going to pop if you keep opening up the door. So the main thing is to make sure that you're being consistent every day. Know your stats. It's a total numbers game. If you're using your power hour sheet, your tracker, I'm still old school. My team knows that. Everything's in a notebook. Know how many people you're adding every month. Know how many people you're connecting with every month. It's a numbers game. If you're not getting to the goals that you need to up your numbers. So it's a matter of just being able to stay consistent, always getting yourself and having conversations, and talking with people. The best thing, that they said is say less to more people. Don't have your whole drawn out thing. Have your initial conversations that you need to have with them when you're connecting with them, establishing a relationship with them. But say less to more people. It's going to allow you to reach out to other people until you get to that point where you can get to them in person, get to them on a Zoom call, and it can be more personable so you can create that relationship. And to remember that you're not selling a product. None of these people, you never knew what product any of these coaches were. No one ever talked about it. It was never even discussed, because the main point is that you're selling you. And we all have to remember that. Do not vomit Beachbody everywhere. They need to connect with you. They need to associate with you. They need to know what you're about, because people are not buying, believe it or not, the Beachbody products or any of the products that we're trying to promote. They're buying into you, to be honest.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, what I love is, we don't hesitate to share our favorite restaurants or our favorite lipstick or our, where we got a pair of kick-ass shoes. So don't hesitate to share what has changed your life. You're not don't think of it as selling, think of it as sharing. I think that's really key for me, because one of the biggest things for me is I don't want to sell to my friends. I don't want to sell to other people, but you're sharing, and you're sharing a passion, and it comes down to that energy that, it's like the fire in the belly. When you're excited about something, again, a brand new restaurant or a new wine or whatever it is, you want to share that with everybody. So think of it like that versus selling, because then you'll be sharing a part of you. Association, your environment. So your environment is so important, and it's really surrounding yourself with excellence. Who are you spending your time with? Again, kind of going back to the background music as well. It really just brings in the topic of personal development again. So, making sure that you're listening to that positive personal development, making sure that you're raising your standards, making sure that you incorporate or surround yourself around people who influence you. Think of somebody who you look up to or who you want to be like. Reach out to that person. Don't hesitate. Just reach out to that person. It's such a compliment to whomever it might be. And, have conversations and just start raising your own standards and surrounding yourself with excellence. And I think it's key.
Also with association, learn from other people outside of your industry to be better in your industry. Don't always follow all the top Beachbody coaches or whatever. Follow other people in other industries that are entrepreneurs. See what they're doing and incorporate it into your own business. If it's working for them, it gives you a little bit of thinking outside of the box, because we're all so saturated with everything that's going on in our own world. It's a great way to be able to get other ideas on how to market yourself.
And so with that being said, we have snapshots from the most powerful women in network marketing and men within the industry. So if you want, we can put that maybe like a snapshot in the comments of wherever you posted that's being called. And that way you can follow those women, those men, and you can just see like what they do on their own news feed, or their Facebook or whatever pages, they have. And so you can kind of follow them and get some inspiration. Right?
Absolutely. Think bigger was the next topic. Every day we are becoming something. It's just a matter of up to us what that is. So you have to really think, going into 2017, we need to look back at where we're at for this year. What percentage of your potential were you operating at? We all had to write that down. We all had to reflect. We all had to write different things. You guys all need to reevaluate your business and decide what percentage of your potential that you were operating at. To influence another person, you have to know what influences them. So again, get to know them. It's this. I can't stress enough. It's the selling of ourselves and relationships. It's the same thing that's repeated over and over in the trainings. But when you get in front of a big, a big event like this, and you really hear it on how it really works for them and what they're doing, it's truly what it's all about. So the training that we're getting on how to be successful coaches, as redundant as it may be, is truly what makes you successful. And it's the very easy things that we have to do. So we just need to hone in on those skills. Know that we're in a relationship business. Know, if you feel like you're only operating at 50%, hell, that's what I honestly put down that I thought I was at. I know I could be doing more. So you need to up your game and make sure that you're operating at if you increase 10%, what that would even do to your business. So the key is, again, getting people on a Zoom, getting people on instant messenger, having conversations. Get away from, all the texting and social media. That could be great to get a friend request or to start a relationship. but get back into the personable thing of having a phone call, having a Zoom call.
Okay, write this down because I love this. Attract online and connect offline. And that really resonates with me because, I'm a big texter. I love texting. I hate voicemail, and I don't like talking on the phone. So, and the reason why is because I do have another job outside of the home. I work full time, and I just need, sometimes I don't want to talk to anybody. Like I just need some time, right? And so I need to move out of that. And so when one of the speakers had said, attract online, connect offline, it makes so much sense. And it is so powerful. I mean, whenever I talk to somebody or whenever I personal message somebody using the voice, it is everybody. I've never, not one time, had somebody not respond, oh my gosh, thank you so much for your voice message. Like they want to hear your voice. And because from that comes energy. And energy is that's your passion. And that is what's going to inspire and motivate people. Again, like Steve was saying, it's not so much the products. You have brought them to the product. So your passion is what's selling it. So attract online, connect offline. So important.
And back to the energy thing, I want to just add on that real quick. First of all, Tony Robbins was unfreaking real. I mean, the guy, if you ever have a chance to see him, it's mind blowing. It literally is, the energy that he brings to stage. And some of the things he had us do, uncomfortable and everything, is, he had us going around. We had to hug people that we didn't know and act like, you're just meeting them, or act like they're your best friend. And he, like, literally every 10, 15 minutes, half hour, whatever, he would just stop what he was talking about.
And then you got to go like this.
You got to
like, woo!
Jump
Like
up.
you're jumping all around. And you guys, it makes you feel so good. Like, and I don't mean to interrupt him or anything, but like, think about it. Do it right now. It just gives you want to do it real quick? So Ava and I, my little lady and I, we're going to do it. We're crazy. Woo! Like it just brings a different energy to your day and to the moment, right?
And when you do that, you notice that you carry yourself that much better, with that much more energy. So if you're getting ready to have a coach call, or if you're getting ready to have that first conversation, jam some music, whatever gets you motivated. Because truthfully, if you're sitting at the table and I got a call at 7:00, and you go into your office and you go in another room and you get up and you go there, trust me, that's conveyed on the other end. So, bring energy. People feel that, and that's what's going to attract people to you. Again, it's your brand that you're trying to build a relationship with other people.
Rock on.
Rock on that
Who's
note.
gonna eat this?
You are.
Okay, let it go. What it means by that is, don't hold on to things. You need to be bigger than that. We all have things that aren't going right in our business. We all have coaches that sometimes are quitting or moving on. Challengers that would be awesome and they're not participating. Whatever the case may be, you've got to let that go. You've got to work with the willing. Turn every no into a yes. Strive for the no's. Think about it. If everybody said yes to our opportunity, we wouldn't have police officers, we wouldn't have teachers, we wouldn't have, whatever. We need people to be doing things in other industries. So you only want the willing. That's been brought on hard now with Beachbody on how we're recruiting with the discount coaches and all of that. You really need to work with the willing. You need to find people like yourself that are willing to, that want more out of life. And you want to exude that in your posts and everything that you're talking about. Anytime anybody tells you a no, always, 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 always ask for a referral to the left, to the right. Ask if they know anybody that this would be a great opportunity for. And if you don't have that chance to get on the phone, tell them, I'll check back with you in 2 to 3 weeks, in a month, etc., whatever it may be. tell them, it's too big of an opportunity for you not to be able to share with them. Create that sense of urgency, and then of course, follow up. You have anything on that or no?
No, I got that one.
Okay, you want to do vision?
Sure. So this is awesome. I think this needs to go like this. Okay. So this is the perfect time for vision, right? Because, we all do our New Year's resolutions and we all make our vision boards. And if anybody's done a vision board for 2016, you need to look back at that and see how that went for you. Because a lot of times what happens is, I think it's by like February, Tony Robbins talks about this, like by February, March timeframe, it's some staggering amount of people give up on their New Year's resolutions, right? So stay true. I think it's like 76% that actually give up on their New Year's resolutions. But create your dream board. Put it in your office. Actually, I got to tell you, we have one right here in our dining room. We have a life coach right now who just, my dining room wall has nothing but a huge whiteboard and calendar on it, which I was like, wait, no, but this is my dining room. But, put it in front of your face. Like, it needs to be bold. So think big, clarity, be detailed, don't be too broad. You really want to, you got to focus on the outcome. I love that. It's a Tony Robbins quote, and it's focus on the outcome. Sometimes, we know that we get all these distractions that happen to us throughout the day, your emails, your text messages, random things might come up. And if you just write a to-do list, like some of those things on the to-do list don't happen because all of these distractions. So, but if you write down what the outcome of the day needs to be, then it's easier to actually accomplish whatever that goal might be. So, people will join you for your vision. What I love to say is that it's not, we are a product of the product, right? But people are going to join you for your vision, not the company's vision. So, establishing your own brand is very, very important. Our call is going to be ending in 10 minutes. So that's the biggest nugget from that, is that you've got to establish your own brand within the organization, and share you. You know what I mean?
This is the last slide. It kind of wraps it up. Game plan. So you need to make a game plan. What we're going to be doing is 2.5 days, 24 hours worth of seminars, speakers. We have notebooks full of notes, literally. What we're giving you was the roadmap that it ended on basically the key bullet points of what to take with and do. We've dissected that, and we're going to be working that through with our team and letting our team know what our direction is for 2017 and where we're going to go with our game plan. I know we have some other coaches on here from other teams. Reach up to your uplines who were there, or just reach up to your upline period, and know that you have a game plan. Set it up for where, think big again, and set it up for where you see yourself for 2017. Think big, and reverse engineer it. If it's a matter of being 1 or 2 star diamond or whatever your goals may be, and reverse engineer it back all the way down to the number of people that you need to connect with and talk to. We are taking this game plan and all of our notes, and like I had mentioned, we're putting this all together. We're going to be blowing up our team page, the rest of this month, and getting into some more detailed trainings on all this. But that's basically the main thing. One thing I want to leave with would be something that one of the speakers talked about, that they put on a Post-it note, and it's right by their bed. And it basically says, what would my organization look like if they did what I did today? It's on a Post-it note right as he goes to bed. And if you have a team of coaches and you're putting in the work every day, and you can feel good when you lay your head down at night, that's what you need to instill in your team. You need to lead from the forefront and in order for your team to be able to follow. So that's something awesome. I mean, I think that's really great that we should all do, is reflect at the end of the day for what you put into your business. If your team worked and did what you did for that day, what would your team look like? So it's just something to kind of reflect on and think about. That's it for the slides. We have just over 7 minutes. I don't know if anybody, honey, do you have anything else you want to?
No, let's ask them. The last thing, decide to work your ass off. Did you say that?
No, I didn't say
yes,
that.
decide to work your ass off.
That's how
That's
they
the
ended
bottom
it.
line. Yeah. Rise beyond your expectation. That's do the work. Put in the effort and do the work.
If there's one thing that I could say, guys, is we all need to be attending and going to Summit, that's for sure. But I mean, this was just totally mind-blowing and really put into perspective that, I'm really glad that we're into this business, and, gives you the confidence to feel comfortable talking about what we're doing, because there is such a bad rap out there in network marketing. Richard Branson, Tony Horton, or Tony Robbins. I mean, everybody that is that just spoke about it, and just hearing all the top leaders, it was just very surreal to be involved in that environment.
So since we have just a couple minutes, they had a social media panel, which is really awesome. It turns out that Facebook and YouTube, they find, are the two most important platforms for your social media, platform. Don't be your company, be you, be authentic. Create your audience is good. Showing up consistently and with excellence, everybody really agreed upon. Decide what you're passionate about and post that. And then, are you bringing value to the world? Like, what is the value that you're bringing? Making sure that you post that. Being authentic, be real, be interesting was another really good nugget that that they spoke about, which I thought was awesome. What else?
I know
there's so much. There's so much to go over. It was awesome.
We just got in
so good
late last night, and just literally to decompress from the full weekend, and try and even put this together was a little tough. But I mean, it's definitely mind-blowing. And my biggest thing is, and I've said it a couple times, but it's just very surreal to hear these prominent speakers that have been so successful in the business. And one of the things I was always doing is I was checking out what company they were with to see what their products were and everything, and it didn't matter, literally. And it just goes to show that you have to be a product of your product, and you have to be passionate about it, but it literally is about marketing yourself. So find out what your niche is. Find out whatever your other habits are, or whatever you like in life, and make sure that's sprinkled in your page as well, because that's the people that you're going to attract, and you're going to be able to build relationships with and be able to have conversations with, because they're going to be attracted to you from that aspect.
Yep. And then, since we have a little bit more time too, and I could go on and on and on about this, jump. We should all jump really quick. We all deal with skepticism, right? So one of the things that I really wanted to say was, be stronger in your beliefs than whoever is skeptic is in their beliefs. So keeping a strong posture. So if you're dealing with rejection, if you're dealing with someone who's skeptical about what you're trying to propose to them, be strong, hold your posture strong, and be stronger in your beliefs, because that just shows a confidence that other people will be inspired by. So I think that's awesome. Do you want to see if anybody has any questions?
Does anybody have any questions on anything that we've covered or went over that you want to talk about?
Is everybody going to be there next year? Yes, it was awesome, you guys. It was so good. And don't forget, I don't know if everybody was on, but the women's seminar is March 2nd through March 4th, which was incredible. We're going to post some little nuggets in the comments of of this post that mentioned the team, and I'll post those women and the men, the top entrepreneurs for network marketing, so you guys can follow them and just kind of get an idea of what they're doing in their particular businesses that might inspire you. Because sometimes, you know, when you follow other Beachbody coaches, you think to yourself, you start that comparison game, or you think, shit, I should have done something like that. Or, you know, you don't want to compare yourself, because you want to be authentic, you want to be real. And so I think that if you look at somebody outside of your industry and surround yourself with that excellence, it'll definitely push you to greatness. So that's it.
Awesome. Well, everybody, thank you for your time and for hopping on. I hope it was valuable. We tried to take, you know, as best as we could to summarize it's hard to put all of that into a 40-minute call, but our team, you know, we're definitely going to be expanding on this through, you know, the next month and longer. So definitely reach up to your upline coaches as well, and get as much information and a game plan to work with.
Start working on your vision board, guys. It's a perfect time. Vision board. Make it big. Think bigger.
Thank you. Peace.
Bye.